Hello students, welcome to LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Here myself, Mr. Jaiswal Kishan, Civil Engineering Department. And today we are learning all about structural analysis. So, in today's session number 5 of stiffness method, we will be learning one more example of beam. Let's see. Return, calculate stiffness matrix S, load vector AD minus ADL for the structure shown in figure. Also calculate displacement D and draw shear force and bending moment diagram. Now here, look, it's a beam sum but with a little difference. Here, A support is my fixed support, C support is my simple support. But here you can see that AB span is of 2i and BC span having single inertia, means 1i. And entire A to C span is loaded with 60 km per meter. Now here you can see that there is no support is given at B, but where there are two different inertia, means here it is 2i, here it is I, the junction must have one connection. So this connection is nothing but our hinge or pin connection. So for that, how to solve? Let's see. Now this is just a reference formula, but look, this B joint is nothing but my pin joint. So there will be two unknown over here. One is vertical unknown, which is D1, another is D2, which is my moment unknown. At C, only moment is unknown, which is D3. Actually here it is no support is given, means there will be three unknown, which is vertical, horizontal and moment. But in beam we are neglecting horizontal reaction, so there will be only two unknown at this point and only one unknown at C point, which is moment. Now these are my nothing but end moments and its reaction. How to find out? So this formula which we have learned earlier, that for UDL it is nothing but by WL square by 12. So W is 60, length is 5 meter, so 5 square is 25, 60 into 25 divided by 12 is nothing but 125. Here minus, so anti-clockwise, plus, so clockwise. Similarly, 60 kilonewton per meter load is over given here also. So 20 and 20 over here, applying this formula. 60 multiplied by 4 divided by 12 is nothing but 20. Now, look what I did, I just simplified the beam. Means here you can see there is a width is more, here width is less, because it's shown that it is a 2i, here it is I. Just I have written 2i over here and I over here, just simplified this beam. Now we will also find this reaction. So reaction can be find out with the help of this formula, load into distance by 2, 60 into 5, 300 divided by 2 is nothing but 150, 150 upward reaction. Now 60 multiplied by 2, 120 divided by 2 is nothing but 60, 60 reaction. Now here I have written there will be three unknown, two moments and one is my reaction, which is upward reaction. So how to take or consider this unknown in the further process, let's see. Now look, this is my simplified beam. Now our first unknown is D1, which is vertical upward direction. So what it will cause? It will cause a deflection. Till now we were understanding the sums which are having moment as an unknown and there is a slope effect. But here there is a vertical reaction as my unknown, so there will be a deflection as an unknown. So I have to apply the formula which is related to deflection. So these are my reference formula I have kept over here. Now you know that we have studied this beam, that if B is deflecting to B dash, which is as a delta, so this is going as a clockwise deflection, so it both the moment will be anti-clockwise and its reaction will be opposite to the moment, which is clockwise. So this both the moment will be negative negative and reaction will be positive and negative according to the effect. So here we have to find out what is the effect in that particular span. Now look, vertical reaction is coming over at B point. So at B point, this will try to push it upward, means this AB span will possess an anti-clockwise kind of deflection, and this BC span will possess an clockwise kind of deflection. Once again, I would like to repeat that this reaction is going upward, and for that, if I apply, just consider AB, and if I apply load at B in upward direction, it will try to move in this anti-clockwise direction. So AB will possess anti-clockwise direction deflection, and BC will possess an clockwise kind of deflection. So here it is, a deflection is shown. Now D1 is my unknown number 1, which is my reaction, and for that we have to use these all formulas. Now one thing we have to note it that here it is a 2i, here it is a single I, so that also consideration we have to keep. Now look, for moment, what will be the direction? As it is an anti-clockwise, its both the moment will be clockwise. And for BC span, its deflection is clockwise, so its both the moment will be anti-clockwise. Now, the formula will be 6 EI delta upon L square. So what is 6 EI delta upon L square? How will be using? So 6 multiplied by 2 EI, because here it is 2i is given. So 6 multiplied by 2, 12 EI, upon length is 5 meters, so 25. Similarly over here. Now for BC span, here it is only 1 EI. So 6 EI upon L square. 2 square is nothing but 4. So this is my both the moment. We'll be understanding which will be S11, S21. I'll be explain it further. Let's just find out moment and reaction right now. So this all 4 moments we have found out. Now if these moments are clockwise, its reaction will be anti-clockwise. So this will be going up and this will be going down. So what will be the formula for this? It is nothing but 12 EI delta by L cube. Now 12 multiplied by 2 EI is nothing but 24 EI. Length is 5, so 5 cube is 125. Similarly over here. Here 12 EI upon 2 cube, which is 8. Here moment is anti-clockwise, so its reaction will be clockwise, which will be here upward and here down. Now our next step is to apply D2 and D3 as an unknown. Now this is a similar which we did till now, as D1 was first time, so reference formula was used, but here you know that the formula will be 4 EI upon L. For moment over here, at the opposite end it will be 2 EI upon L, but here as it is here 2 I given, so 4 2s are 8 EI upon L, here 2 2s are 4 EI upon L, and at the BC span only single I is given, so 4 EI upon 2, and here 2 EI upon 2. Now you know that moment is clockwise, it's both the moment will be clockwise, means if we are assuming slope as a D2 unknown as a clockwise, its both the reaction will be clockwise, and its moment will be clockwise and its reaction will be anti-clockwise. Look, here D2 I have assumed as clockwise, so it's all the 4 reaction will be clockwise. It is reaction will be in opposite direction. If this is going clockwise, so it will be going anti-clockwise. So here down, here up, here down, and here up. The formula will be 6 EI by L square, 6 to the 12 upon 5 square 25. So by here, and here 6 EI by 4 only. So like this we can draw for unknown number 2. In similar way, we will be drawing diagram for unknown number 3, which is moment at C point, which is as a D3. So the moment will be 4 EI upon L as a clockwise, and here 2 EI upon L as a clockwise, and its reaction will be anti-clockwise. One is down and another will be up. So these were the diagram of our unknown. Now we will be moving ahead with the further step. Now we know that D equals to S inverse AD minus ADL. So to find out D, we have to rectify all this. Now in AD, action due to displacement in the given structure, there is no moment or vertical reaction over given here over here. So we will be placing 0 0, and over here also no moment is given, so 0. Now look what we have to see. D1 is my vertical unknown. Is there any reaction over given over here? No. So our AD1 will be 0. AD2, we have to find out moment at B point. First, we have found out reaction at B point because our number one reaction is unknown. So it is reaction. So for reaction, there is no reaction is given, no load is given, vertical upward. So we have to keep it as a 0. No moment given at B point, so 0. At C point, there is no moment given, so AD3 is equals to 0. So use formula as required I have written over here. Now for ADL, we will be using moments and respective reaction whatever my unknown. Now look, this moment and reaction which we have found out. Now note this, ADL1 will be respectively to our unknown number 1. Our unknown number 1 is vertical reaction, so we have to check that reaction part only. Our reaction at point B means here 150 and 60 are my reaction at point B. 150 is for AB span and 60 is for BC span. So summation of that will be nothing but my ADL1. For ADL2, we have to check moment at B point. So at B point, there are two moments. One is 125 and another is 20. So algebraic sum of both will be getting 105 as a positive clockwise moment. And at C span, we have to check only moment. So we have kept as a 20, placing in a matrix form. So by this way, we can find out load vector AD minus ADL. So AD value is 0. ADL are this 210, 105 and 20. It will be in negative form. I would like to repeat that number of unknowns are 3. But with respective unknown, we have to place its own value. Like as D1 is reaction, so we have to keep reaction as its own value. Like as we have did in ADL1, reaction. For ADL2, we have checked moment. And for ADL3, we have seen this moment. Now, ahead, we will be finding S and then S inverse. So, this is my these three figure which we found out previous in the sum, means earlier to the sum. Now, I said that I will be explaining this S11, S12, S21 and etc. Now, mark the point that our number one reaction is my unknown. So, the reaction summation will be my S11. Second is moment at B point. So moment we have to find out as a unknown. And third is moment at C. I would like to repeat that our number one unknown is reaction at B. So we have to just keep reaction in mind, and that will be my S11. Second number unknown is moment at point B. So it will be moment, and third number will be moment at C. So here it is moment at C as S31. So this is my S11, S21 and S31. What is S11? Displacement at 1 due to action at 1. Displacement at 2 means second number unknown due to effect of 1. So S21. Third number of unknown due to effect of 1. So this is moment at C. Now algebraic sum of these two values will be getting 1.69. This is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. So 12 divided by 25 plus means plus 12 divided by 25 minus 6 by 4, I will be getting minus 1.02, and 6 by 4 which is also going in anti-clockwise direction, nothing but minus 1.5. So this I have kept over in column number 1. In column number 2, mark that we have to use reaction as unknown number 1, moment as unknown number 2 and moment at unknown number 3. So here it is going up, here it is going down. So plus 12 by 25 minus 6 by 4 will be giving minus 1.02. Clockwise and clockwise. So 8 by 5 plus 4 by 2 is nothing but 3.6. Clockwise 2 by 2 is nothing but 1. Similarly, using third figure, we can find out column number 3 of S matrix. It is going downward, so negative 6 by 4 is nothing but minus 1.5. 2 by 2 clockwise plus 1, so here it is plus 1. 4 by 2 in clockwise direction, it is nothing but 2. So now, like this way, we have to find out S matrix. And then with the help of calculator, we can find out S inverse, and then by placing it in the further equation, this we did earlier step, then we did S, just a reference figure I have added earlier for you, and previous to that we did on the left hand side AD, and on the right hand side we have found out S and S inverse. Now using this equation we can find out value of D. So D equals to S inverse multiplied by load vector. So row into column will be getting unknown number 1, row into column unknown number 2, and row into column unknown number 3. What was our first unknown? Vertical reaction, which is nothing but my delta. Second number of unknown is theta b, and third number of unknown is theta c. So this was the change in the deflection kind of sum. Now further is similar to which we are doing in previous sum, means AM and AR. AM is nothing but AML plus AMD into D. Now here we don't have to check any reaction number 1, moment is number 2 and moment is number 3. No, we don't have to check that. We just apply simple formula. M stands for moment, so we will keeping in mind as a moment only. So AML is moment due to loading, which are my this moment. So minus 125, then plus 125, minus 20 and plus 20. I have placed it in a column. For AMD, figure number 1 is over here. Just take a moment. This is clockwise, clockwise. So positive, positive. 12 by 25 is nothing but 0.48 plus 0.48. 6 by 4 in anti-clockwise direction. So minus 1.5 and minus 1.5. Look, I have used moment only because AMD, moment due to displacement. M stands for moment, so we are keeping as a moment. Only the previous steps, means to find out S, we have to keep in mind unknown as reaction and moment format. But in this equation, we will be following the given format that AM is for moment. So by this, we can find out column number 1. And for column number 2, refer figure number 2. 4 by 5 is nothing but 0.8. Clockwise so positive. Clockwise 8 by 5 is 1.6. 4 by 2 is 2. And 2 by 2 is 1. And for column number 3, refer figure number 3. 0 moment, 0 moment. 2 by 2 is nothing 1. And 4 by 2 is nothing but 2. And this is the D value which we found out earlier. So now multiplying this two will be getting this column, and then summation of this will be getting my AM. Similarly, we will be finding out AR. AR is nothing but ARL plus ARD into D. So for AR, we will be carrying reaction. So 150 algebraic sum of this moment 210 60 minus 24 by 125 negative summation of this 1.69 negative 1.5. Here figure number 2 for column number 2, 12 by 25 0.48 in negative format. This is going up, this is going down. Algebraic sum of this minus 1.02. 6 by 4 is nothing but 1.5. Then here no reaction, so 0. Downward 6 by 4 is minus 1.5. Upward 6 by 4 is plus 1.5. So by solving this, I will be getting my AR. Now, after getting AM and AR, we have to draw a shear force and bending moment diagram. Now look, here minus 385.4 upward, minus 189 upward, and it will be same, and then 0, connecting it. Reaction plus 265.1, then at the hinge there will be no resistance of moment, so 0, and then 154. Now ahead we'll be taking a quick revision. So what first we did, simple figure and then unknown applied, then we have applied formula of D and find out respective primary unknowns, and then AM and AR.